So here is my view out back. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It's a brand new camper. In this video, I'll share with you my travels and adventures in the state of Washington and the newbie mistake I made with my camper, as well as share with you the crazy view out my back window. You won't believe it. My first stop was Paradise RV Resort in Silver Creek, Washington. Just the perfect place if you want to get away from it all. It's about 2 hours south of Seattle, an hour and a half north of Portland, Oregon, and it has everything that you could possibly want in a campground, but still have that feeling of remoteness, of just being away from it all. It has a lot of things to do. You would never even need to leave the campground, particularly if you have kids. There's a store for snacks and supplies, tennis, basketball, 2 pools, a hot tub, horseshoes, shuffleboard, 2 lakes. You can paddle, you can fish. There's nature trails throughout, and there's lots of places to just gather and relax. And great views. You actually have a view of Mount St Helens and Mount Rainier from the campground. It has a very Pacific Northwest feel because it is the Pacific Northwest, so it's very green and lush. The trees truly are way taller out here. And also the sun doesn't come out as much. It's a lot cloudier, which of course keeps it cooler and makes the flowers prettier. So today Mango and I went to Mount Rainier National Park, another park off the bucket list. It's over 14,000 feet tall, the tallest mountain in the Cascades. And I was advised to get to the park before 9, which I did. I took this photo on my way leaving the park. There is always a line if you get there too late, and the parking lot at the visitor center fills up really fast. It fills up by 10 a.m. every day, and you want to go up to the visitor center so you can get close to Mount Rainier and actually hike in the snow. No matter what time of year, it seems like there's always snow, and you never know what you're going to see in the parking lot. I love, there's a fellow bucket lister right there. I love that. And the crazy payphone. Oh my goodness, you know, this payphone actually works. National parks generally do not have cell service. Lots of other beautiful things to see in the park too. It was wonderful. You want to know the really dumb thing that I did with my brand new camper? I cannot believe I did this. I've actually had a total of 7 campers in my life. This is my 7th camper, so I'm not a newbie at this, but I guess there is still definitely some learning to be done. So I decided when I bought this camper that I wasn't going to go anywhere the first 3 to 4 weeks, to give me plenty of time to learn it, to get it set up the way I want. And I did take a local trip, and that's exactly part of the plan, so that I could learn to set it up and tear it down and just really just take my time and get to know everything. So that part I did right. But then I drove 3,000 miles across country and hadn't waxed it. Oh my goodness. Talk about a mess. So the whole front end was just covered in splats and, bug stuff. But it wasn't a question of just washing or rinsing it off, because without the wax, every one of those splats I had to rub and buff off. So it was a lot of extra time. But here's the good thing that came out of that is I bought a super cool ladder. It extends and retracts. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and yet I can reach way to the top of my camper with it. I can carry it by myself. I can use it by myself. It's super cool, and I'll put a link to it in the comments. Today I went with my campground neighbor Paul to see Mount St Helens, about an hour and a half from the campground, and worth it. Beautiful overlooks along the way, and then I recommend you go all the way up to the visitor center that overlooks the mountain. There's lots of really good vintage photos from back when the volcano exploded or erupted, whatever it did, and that was cool. And then we saw this gal have lunch, and then we stopped and had lunch, and it was a great day. Well, Mango's ready to hit the road, and so am I. So we are leaving Silver Creek. Goodbye to the fog and the mist and all the beauty of that, because we are headed to the coast. And this is also where I have that crazy view out my back window. I can't wait to show that to you. I'll show it to you next. If you've done any camping, you know that typically in campgrounds you have neighbors left to right, but your back window, this is why I have such a big back window in my camper, your back window is the one where the view is. That's where you've got you're backing into a lake view or the woods or a river or that kind of thing. So here is my view out back, which I actually think is kind of funny. Look at that. There is another camper backed to me, not 3 feet away. And this whole campground is like that. So not only are we side to side, but we're back to back. And this is what this new life that I have is teaching me. Now, if I have a regular house and somebody moves in next to me with yappy dogs or, something that I don't like, that's a problem. But I'm only here for a week, so I don't care. The longest I'm ever at a campground is 2 or 3 weeks, so it's just not a big deal. And here's the other thing. This campground is awesome. Unlike the last one, which was gorgeous, and it was very remote and quiet and private, I couldn't even ride my bike because it was too hilly. I couldn't even use my awning and patio area, too hilly. Here, I'm on the beach. Oh my gosh, I have nothing to complain about. There's 28 miles of beach. It's dog friendly. There's a bike path. There's just so much walking. This whole area has tons and tons of things to see and do. So I actually love it here. And I just wanted to show you that view because I think it's kind of funny and it's just not a big deal. So anyway, I'm grateful to be here, and that's it. Washington was so much fun. Thanks for coming along with me. It feels like it can't get any better than this, but it does. Wait until you see Oregon, so be sure to watch my next video. And please like and subscribe and comment. I really appreciate you helping grow my channel. I'd love to hear from you, so definitely fill in some comments. And I will see you in the next video.